So they're just doing a clean up at the second level. If you've got a cue or a case or any form of clothing on the second level, can you just go and grab it to help the guys clean up upstairs? Please. Alright guys, we're about to start the finals, so as you can see, the winner is playing for 20,000, the runner-up for 10,000, so Chase is going to be our official referee. He's also going to climb, so 45-second top climb. Just see if I could have a quick round of applause for our finalists. Oliver Marnie from Brisbane, and Raymond Dunn from South Australia. Yeah, race away, good luck and play well.
Am I on now? Hello, is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the final of the Slate Intermediate Championship 2025. We have Olan O'Mahony from Queensland versus Raymond Dunn from NT/SA.
I just want to put in a comment. How shit was that lag? That was awful. Neither got past Bork.
Maybe neither of them want a break.
Well, Olan certainly doesn't. He's been in them.
He actually lagged the last one bad too, remember?
Yeah, he did.
So,
yeah, okay. Make sure no one picks up the white ball early. Yep. Chase will call it.
if he calls a loss of frame for it, I'm going to absolutely sprint out there with a flying Goldberg spear tackle into his chest.
All right, scoreline.
The room has definitely emptied now that all of the Geelong players are out.
Scoreline?
Raymond 8-5.
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay. I also think Raymond, but yeah.
Well, that's the best break his time so far this tournament, in my opinion.
8-5's a good shout. I agree with you. Is Raymond South Australia?
Yeah.
Is now.
Originally
okay.
NT.
Yeah.
He made 85 NT state teams.
We got Olin 8-3 in the chat. That's confidence there.
It's got to be a Queenslander.
Yeah, that narrows it down for this, face on keyboard slammer guy.
So now,
Wait, keyboard.
straight away we're in a position here where he's in the balls. He's got the yellow off the break, but there's no clearance.
Yep.
So what's he going to do? Is he going to continue with it and he's going to keep trying to pop balls and find a way to get into that yellow, or is he going to attack it in a way where he leaves a tricky white ball for his opponent and gives himself a good chance for a clearance the next visit he gets?
Yep. Good question in the chat. What split are you negotiating in this situation?
Look, they've probably had a chat. So what's the 20 grand, 10 grand?
Yeah.
You know what, they might. Look, Raymond's actually also got Calcutta on the line as well, so I'd be surprised if they're splitting it all, because he's actually in the Calcutta with someone else, which would mean if he made a deal, potentially compromise that. If I'm Raymond and Olan and they both want to do a split, I would probably play for, I don't know, 25-15. Sorry, not 25-15, that's 40 grand. Probably 18-12 maybe,
18,
or 17-13, you know.
I reckon just play for $1,000.
Yeah, look, you can do that as well.
We'll play for a beer.
But
Just split it all.
Takes away from the spectacle. Well, who knows what they've done, honestly. It's up to them too, and I don't really want to know.
Oh no, we don't want to actually know. We want to speculate, of course.
But look at
he's,
this.
he's just committing suicide in this frame here.
Yeah, and I have commented about this multiple times throughout the day, how it's a case of potting a bunch of balls and then realising I actually can't pot out this frame. Just handing the frame over to your opponent. So I don't think this doubles underneath the red, and I don't think the Marcus is on because the black I think might be in the way. He's looking at it, so maybe it does clear the black. This would be some way to open up the grand final if he pulls this off. You also can't hit this too hard. You've got to kind of play these shots pocket weightish, otherwise you get too much square up off the rail. Yeah, it's way wide.
Oh no.
Way wide.
So you call it a Marcus double, not a Marcus double.
Well, you know what? I did call it a Marcus double originally, and then I heard Scott Matthews calling it a Marcus double non-stop. And so I Googled it and I thought, I always thought it was a Marcus double.
Yep.
I can't find anything on Google that references Marcus double, but I can find a bunch of stuff that references Marcus double.
Interesting.
I always thought it was Marcus.
Alright, let's ask Brock.
What is a Marcus double? I always thought it was Markers, not Marcus. But everybody you ever hear reference it says Marcus double. Just go and watch Scotty's stuff. It says Marcus double all the time. I can't find anything that contradicts it, but I'm sure it's Marcus. So intelligent opening shot. I would like to have seen Raymond get amongst these three tricky balls and deal with them by getting the snooker. This is a pretty simple one rail escape. Wow, he's got a thin edge on that. He's brought one awkward red into play. The two that are the most awkward are still stuck together. However, where he's kicked that red to, you can get the white ball somewhere just to the right of the black and just play off the side cushion and into the reds, and you should be on something. Not this shot, obviously, but further on down the path. Cocked hat has got to be the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Yeah, that is actually almost as bad as break and dish. You UK guys, I can't cop some of your sayings. I don't know how you guys sleep at night. Cocked hat double. Can someone explain what that actually means? Good shot there from Raym. He's promoted one red very potable to the middle, and that will link up nicely to the corner. This is not an easy escape.
AI basically says it's neither.
AI doesn't know. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Triangle hat, but it's still a stupid call. I'm pretty sure the origin of Marcus double came from the person who invented his surname was Marcus, or something similar to that.
Who invented the shot?
Yeah, the first person.
The shot had to be invented.
Well, someone had to play it first, didn't they? Where they gave it a name.
Someone fluked it, and they're like, "I'm claiming I've invented this." I totally meant that.
It would have been 9-ball. You know, it would have been something 9-ball related where they use a diamond system.
Yeah.
To create, because they're very good with their angles off those diamonds. So I know nothing about 9-ball, but I understand the concepts of it. Executing shots in 9-ball, no idea. This has got a bit of risk attached to it, this shot. He's got an easy snooker, but played it well.
Nice shot.
He's still got work to do. He actually has played that as a shot to nothing, though, as you can see. So up and down. Yeah, you too, mate.
Yeah.
He's overplayed this a little bit. He's got himself into no man's land, but he does have a backup shot as a snooker if he chooses to take it. We're listening to the post-mortems of Stip. He's getting a bit angry over there.
He's furious.
He's played that really intelligently.
Really
That was the correct way to play that shot.
Nicely done.
There is an argument
Yeah,
to just
Owen
come
has
off.
to jag this in the middle.
Yeah, there is an argument to come off his side rail to give it a good whack.
The left side.
Yeah, there's an argument for it.
Well, what else do you do? I don't think that's the natural shot, isn't it?
Well, there's a couple other choices, but this is the easiest. Oh god,
I wouldn't have thought that was on, but
I think it was there. He's hit it a little bit. I mean, he hasn't hit hard enough for starters to really give it a chance to
Yep.
reach a pocket, you know. So.
well, that could have been better.
Yeah, that does surprise me a little bit. I'm me personally just trying to land just off straight on that, so I could just draw back past the
Yeah,
yellow.
you don't need to introduce the left-hand side.
Well, you bring the middle pocket into play here, don't you? Or
And
you're going
the yellow.
to give yourself a much
And
trickier shot.
distance.
Do you know who doesn't miss his shot ever in
Rusty
the entire?
Weller?
No,
Mick Scary,
Nick
half ball.
Scary, half
Yep.
ball. Ever since I said he's the best half ball player ever, he started missing them because he thinks about it.
You're a dick.
Oh, it wasn't on purpose. I was
But
giving
it's
him
very funny.
a rap. That's a good opening shot. So Raymond takes first blood 1-0. I think. Got to remember, Olan got off to a 5-1 start and let Stick get back to 5-all.
Yes, so he's probably
And I-
not
and
feeling amazing,
I
is he?
just thought the level of play out there wasn't as good as the level of play on the other match.
Yeah, with Mitch.
Even though that was, error-ridden as well, just felt that the better match play was on that table.
What? Oh, you mean to Scotty Fraser, I suppose?
Yeah, he should have lost multiple times, agreed. But that. Sometimes you need a bit of luck to win these tournaments.
I don't know about sometimes. All the time.
No, sometimes you can be very dominant, play extremely good and deserve your win wholeheartedly. Other times you'll just get a little bit of luck in an early round or whatever, where you should have been out first round. Some guy just misses a dead straight black in the middle because he's been factored.
If you're if you happen to find such perfect form that you're dominating, isn't that luck in a way?
No, not at all.
Well,
Reward for effort.
but it's dependent on other factors outside of your control.
Like what?
Well, what determines what you play well? If you would study the brain and work out exactly what's causing this situation, you would find a lot of it is outside your control.
Still reward for effort, though, isn't it?
Well, yeah. That's different.
It's different.
Yes, it is. So what you're doing there with your
that's
effort,
no good.
what you're doing with your effort is you're increasing your chances of having a successful event. But it's still dependent on luck, isn't it?
No,
Okay.
there's no luck if you're playing well.
Well, it splits from
What,
the
what,
break.
what happens when you're playing well? You tend to create your own luck.
Yep,
right?
yep.
When you're playing badly, what happens? You tend to get bad luck, or you think it's bad luck, but what's actually happening is you're probably
Yeah,
queuing
the
like an absolute
kisses
spud.
go a bit wrong.
Yeah, because you're not queuing the ball
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Your clarity's gone. So a lot of the time when you think you're having bad luck, when you're playing bad, it's just the fact is you're playing bad, and it's just a natural. It's basically just a natural thing that happens. Sometimes you can just have horrible run of the
Ooh,
balls.
yeah,
You can have a match where, especially at the top level, where a guy just runs 7 racks in a row and you knocks you out of the tournament.
Yep. You can play 10 in a race to 10 and
Happened
him
to
not
Robbo
miss
last-
a
happened to
ball the
Robbo
entire.
last
That's
year.
what I'm referring to. Yep.
Jake did a similar thing to Mark Robertson this year after he had multiple chances in one of the frames to, around a 2-1 mark or something like that.
Yep.
And then from that point on, he just didn't really get a look. He couldn't get the break going. Jake couldn't miss, and then he just kept running racks. And you know what? There's tons of examples.
That's really well controlled there to make sure he's still on this yellow.
Does this slide past the other yellow?
Oh.
Maybe not. I don't know if I'd actually left it still though. I don't think you can get on
Yeah,
this.
you felt you just had to play it there.
Even if you play a plant.
Yeah.
Just play the plant,
Change the, Oh, there you go. Apparently when you won Anzac, you only just qualified.
Did I really? Well, there you go. I didn't even know.
Bang.
And also, when I won Berry, I played a fella called...
You kept saying, I'm out, this is over.
I do that after I lose the first frame in the day. I played Cam Lawless, not Cam Lawless Melbourne, Cam Lawless from SA. He missed a dead straight black on me at a bit of range to beat me in the last 16.
Right.
So, and then never looked back after that. So, yeah, funny things happen in tournaments.
You had an unreal final against Rusty Wheeler, I hear.
Not my most memorable. I got a kick on a ball to win the match, and I lost my mind after that.
Right.
I started creating kicks with bad cueing. Anyway, let's stop talking about me. I don't want to talk about me.
All right.
Talk about the match.
So yeah, Raymond's chopped up there. Olan's got a lot of problem balls to start dealing with.
Doesn't want to put this over the pocket though.
No, you try and put it so
over.
you try and like hit it into the yellow, yeah, sort of off the rail into the yellow, and then cover it and not have it over the hole.
Anything but that.
Yeah, that's just giving him a free shot, really.
Yeah. I wonder if this yellow that he's looking at now passes the red to the bottom right.
Yeah. Can we get an overhead, please, Dan?
If it does, hard to tell.
Yeah, it's still hard to tell.
If it does, I like the ball in the middle. Play up for. I've actually lost me. That's not a bad shot. That's a good shot.
Yeah, well played. So
yeah. What I was going to say, I like the ball in the top corner. Play to land short on the cut in the middle, and then you're cutting that and coming off the bottom rail into red and black, opening them up. And you've got linking ball with the ball over the pocket.
Yeah, right. I wonder if he's going to try and knock in 2 doubles here to win. So play this, double that. No, okay. He's demonstrated that he's not shy of playing those cross doubles to corner pockets.
Yeah, you're right.
They're knocking them in real well.
Demo, is doing in couple of front demo.
I don't know whether to take that as a serious comment or a piss take.
Always talking about yourself.
Because of who it is.
You try and avoid it so much.
No, it's just because of who it is.
Oh. Alright, well, you've sort of got to play it. Yeah, right?
This is...
and he's got to somehow find his way on the last red.
It's a very all or nothing shot.
And you're getting the blackout for your opponent if you miss.
I understand why, because you probably... there's so many balls in that area to just, create a cannon anyway. But surely, just double the red back down into him or something, Put some traffic in the way. Don't play this shot. You look like a hero if everything comes off, but the percentage chances are so low. I think he's actually played this triple.
Yeah, okay.
Good effort. He's played that. But
that's gonna be
even if it goes in or over the pocket, he's in so much trouble.
Very likely to be 2-0. So you're trying to leave one of these balls down here, or do you just use the second one to get neater on the other two?
I'm just wondering if he can clear this, playing this one
That's
and clear the other one, or is he
isn't
going to cannon it? If he gets a cannon on the yellow,
any cannon can be really bad, yeah.
What's he done there? What's happened there? It's like he thought he fouled or he heard something and got up.
15 seconds.
Well, Chase is umpiring, so... Oh, he's cleared it. He's fine. So to answer your question...
Do what he did.
No, as in, do I leave one there, or do I... If you're feeling amazing, play the long ball. If you're not feeling amazing, and you should be feeling pretty good by this stage of the tournament, playing all day, then play this one.
What's that supposed to mean, Jamie?
I'm not going to get into it. Just rubbish comments. Cool Shark Coaching. Been donating all day. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate
Thanks,
your kind. Oh,
love your work. Oh,
that's a bad
hello.
shot. He's just tried to steer that in. Just tried to steer that in and missed it.
Table 8, Rodney Duncan, Duncan Lee. Table 8, Rodney Duncan, Duncan Lee.
So, chance for Olan. Big reprieve after that was a bad miss.
Yeah, chance to steal this one.
He plays these little delicate shots in the middle quite well, I've noticed. I've noticed him do it a number of times today already.
And they're tricky. Like those shots they can really get you unstuck. Oh.
And this he's got to make sure he doesn't undercut it because he's trying to hold the white. Like that. He's trying so hard to hold the white that he's undercut the pot.
Alright. Yellow into yellow. Leave white. Snooker? What do you reckon?
I'm playing
Where
this
you
to
going
the.
with
I'm
the
playing
stuff?
this to the top right hand corner as a shot to nothing.
Get it? Oh, okay. Oh. Cucumber?
Cucumber's online. He's going top with
Going
left,
left, yeah.
which means he's going to leave a pot on.
Unless.
I don't like that
No,
shot.
he's leaving it on. Alright,
See, if you you can dead weight that to the top
Getting
right,
away with it.
and you don't have to get the white ball back down because it flies inside the red bottom left. So
I would not have thought you could hold on the pot to the top right.
why not? It was just
I didn't think you
drifting
could.
to the side rail.
But the pace you have to hit it, I would have thought it's coming off the side rather than leaving him on. But
Yeah, I don't think so.
you can test it later.
Trust me, I play these shots all the time because
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
a rolling
Your
king.
forte, you're the RK.
Oh, he's done
Jesus.
it again. He's tried to hold again.
It's a great final so far.
Look, that's a shot you need to play with, I think, a lot of drag.
Yeah, all right. So Peter Butterworth plays it beautifully then.
I love the
drag
drag
king.
shot.
Oh, you love a
perfect
drag?
myself, yep, don't mind it. I'm a fan of it.
You can easily hold like, okay, thanks Mick. It's 2 against 1. I'll just shut the hell up then.
This time he needs angle because he doesn't want to be playing the black inside the red. This time it's too risky, so he needs some angle. That's not good. He's got angle, but it's not a great angle.
Well, squeeze it under the red then.
He may not give himself too much choice. Unless I've misread this, where he can punch this at a fair bit of pace. He's got to catch the side rail past middle point, so he gets clears past the black to the middle. But well, he must fancy this. Maybe this is easier than it looks on TV. It doesn't look easy.
Jesus. They've turned against us, Jamie.
I'm not worried about him. If you got a problem, Flinny, just message me, mate, and I'll tell you what my problem is. I'm not going to bring it out online.
Oh,
Fantastic
that's a great
shot.
That's a great shot.
Really well executed. That's an excellent pot under pressure as well. I know it's early in the match, but you're still going to nail them, and every frame matters.
Olin really let that one slip after Raymond really let that one slip. And then Raymond really let that one slip, and then Olin really let that one slip.
Yeah.
Again.
You know, I've got to be honest. When you see a position he was in like that, where you've got to play this sort of thin cut and hold the white, you see it a lot where they undercut.
Yeah, okay.
You know, everybody is probably guilty of it at some point in the time they've played pool.
Who is commentating? Jamie Stevens and Logan Brand.
The Pool Vic guy.
The Pool Vic guy.
And there's the prize, folks. The #1 prize. And the runner-up will get half that amount. Pretty good coin for a weekend's work.
Yeah, not bad. Not bad. Not an intermediate shot. Ooh, we're getting those calls.
It's a shame the commentators don't get paid that kind of coin, eh?
Yeah, I know. All the hard work we do, just sitting here talking.
So one thing for Olan is in his favour. I know he's 2-0 down, but he's definitely got his break a little bit cleaner than what he had earlier in the match we saw previous.
Still a lot of spin on it, but
Yeah, but it's still the
spread's
contact.
nice,
Yeah,
yeah.
the contact's been better. He's timed a little better.
Yeah. Wonder if someone spoke to him about it. Probably not. But
So see how he's standing right now?
yeah.
I would love to see his whole hip and foot placement twist so that square are on.
Okay.
I would love to see him make that adjustment someday.
Why
in
is
his
that?
game. Because I think it's the reason he's getting across the line of the ball a lot is because he's twisting into the shot.
Okay.
And then his hips aren't facing the line of the shot, they're more at a 45-degree angle. Maybe some coaches out there will say, you know what you're talking about, you're an idiot. Others might agree with me. I think it doesn't hurt to try it.
Okay.
If you don't like it, I mean, you've got to give it a red hot go, not just do it once, go, oh, I missed, and never do it again. You've got to adapt to it. But the reason I say it, I used to stand exactly like that. And I used to twist into the shot, and my back arm, you will find, was a mile away from the rest of my body. And if you watch his back arm, it's a mile away from the rest of his body too. Not this shot, because obviously he's
Actually perfect
jacking
now.
out. And then Brett Rogers actually turned me into the shot.
Yeah, okay.
Made an enormous difference. Even though I'm a crap pure still, it did make a big difference.
A half dozen shots before that black definitely were intermediate shots. That's a good call. Logan should be sacked as commentator. Thank you, Josh,
Wow.
for the vote of confidence. Jamie should have to pay Dan to commentate. What the hell's going on here?
A lot of love out there. So Olan is
Bloody hell.
This big shot. This from Olan needs this to be clean. He's undercut it. He's got a second prize in the turnover. Had he have got the correct angle on that pot, probably would have drifted out middle table and had a decent shot. Raymond's. It's not a fun table to walk to. Fair bit of work. Pretty confident the red on the right side, touching the cushion, does pass the yellow, but he's got to make a good opening pot first. He's missed it. So Olan now faced with a similar shot, but more difficult than the one that Raymond just missed. He's got a long range pot to the corner, but he's cueing with his hand on the rail rather than on the table. If he misses this to the left side like that,
Right.
that is the perfect example of what I'm talking about, him getting across the
Twisties.
line. So if
Ah.
he turns his hips
Yeah.
and he gets his hips facing the line and he's square of the shot, he will nail way more of those. Way more.
So he'll be an elite.
Well, maybe. Who
There you
knows?
go. That's
I mean,
that's the difference,
that-
Olan. That's how you got to get there.
That's frame ball for this shot, right?
Yeah,
for this
yeah,
frame.
Yeah.
Now, let's say he's got that shot for 4 of the frames in this match and he loses all 4 of them.
Uh-huh.
Don't you think that's an enormous outcome?
That's quite the difference, yeah.
Especially if he goes on, say, lose this 8-5, and 4 of them were due to miss balls like that he could correct.
Could cost you 10 grand.
Could cost 10 grand.
I wonder how much it costs for coaching. Could be a good investment at that point.
Possibly.
But anyway, I think this yellow squeezes under on the right. Do you agree with that?
Yes, absolutely.
So he's got to at least get close to the
Raymond
plane.
should now go game.
Yeah, Olan's not settled yet, is he? Oh, there we go. We've got people agreeing you.
I think the
Whitley Fisher. 100% correct with his stance. There you go.
I think the difference is where you say he hasn't settled. I think Raymond is leaving him in more difficult positions a lot of the time as well. I think Raymond's kind of found a bit more balance in his game, whereas early in that match against Mitch, I said he's taken on crazy stuff all the time.
Yep.
I think he kind of settled back and worked a bit more of a balance out.
Look, I've got to reassess the way I was approaching this, so not risking what almost happened against Mitch, I suppose.
Yeah, well, he doesn't want to go down to a 2-0 deficit and suddenly he's 4-2 or whatever he was.
And in the end, it was Mitch's mistakes that let Ronan...
Because he allowed Mitch to
Raymond,
cut his
yeah.
throat, That's all you need to do. I know it's simple to sit here and go, that's all you need to do. But most of the shots in an intermediate level, most of the time people lose frames is because they go for a clearance, they miss it, they leave 1 or 2 balls left, and they just leave it easy for their opponent. There's not as much traffic.
All right, how are you saving the frame?
I like the turnover shot personally, where you're just
When?
flicking off right now. Flick off the inside, leave the white ball in the jaws. You don't have to belt it. You're just nudging off the yellow. You're potting the red over the pocket. You're leaving a very difficult shot.
So you can get the yellow in the way of the red to the middle?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah. There is an argument to play a really thin cut and try
I
and
think that
smother.
shot's really tricky, but
Well, what are the alternatives?
you can, well, I mean, it's not a good alternative, but it's another, wait, what?
Another option was to pot the ball in the top left-hand corner and nestle in behind the other yellow and play a snooker.
Yeah.
That was another choice of shot.
So what's he, I reckon that red will go if he just hits the top red, right? It'll get the bottom one, which means these are tap-ins, aren't they?
It's not set, is it?
I think it will go, though.
We're going to find out in a sec.
Yeah, we will. Oh,
But I think from this
distance
line
is
it's not as
good.
easy.
Yeah, you're right. So maybe that is a clever shot from Aylan there.
I don't mind playing this half ball.
Yeah,
the
you
red,
can really...
and you can cannon into the yellow with the white.
Yeah, that's giving you a lot more control over it, isn't it?
Direct I don't like.
Nice.
Oh, it went, but this is ugly.
Yeah.
What's touching, what's not? What do we got?
So if it's touching both,
What do we got here?
I think.
What's the call?
Tony, can you ask Chase? No.
I don't think it's touching the red, but I think it might be touching the yellow.
Well, that's really bad, isn't it?
What do we got here? We're not really sure.
Jeez. What do you do with a touching ball?
If it's touching the red and not the yellow,
You can have a free shot at trying to pop the red with side off the
yeah,
top.
I think so. So it must be touching. He's played it well.
Nailed it. Wow.
How's the white ball though?
Oh, what a shot.
Yep, he's played that great pace, great line,
Best
perfect
inter-
judgment of sides, good shot.
That was less of an intermediate shot, but you know, whatever. Sometimes intermediates get lucky.
Well, this is a dominating start. Dominating start. Olan did get off to a bad start against Scotty, don't forget, so can he claw it back?
Oh, where's the chat, Dan? I know it's been mostly mean to us, but still like to see it. There we go.
Well, I don't think anyone can really say anything bad about that shot. It was very well executed in the end.
Yeah?
I mean, the shot before obviously forced him to play a shot that could have been much easier,
Yes.
but that's neither here nor there. That's sometimes how this game works out.
How's this bloke in it? Ha. Look, you got to draw the line somewhere, Chris, so...
I actually did get asked to be on the selection panel
Yeah?
last
You
year, whenever
told him
this comp started.
Told him to ingest a satchel of Richards, did you?
I just decided not to do it because it just gets respotted and he continues. I just didn't have the time for it at the time, basically.
Yeah, okay.
You know. I
imagine you would have had a better defence of the blokes from Ballarat.
Oh, it's not so much
Being in it.
defence. It's more just obviously given probably accurate insight. But I think if I'd have been on it this year, this guy certainly wouldn't have got through.
Yeah, okay.
But he's still got to do it. He's already on the ban list.
I want to
Just
see.
know whether he gets 10 grand for his trouble or 20.
I want to see at what point you start excluding players who, say, don't get to the finals, but have improved to the point of
Well, you can't.
being beyond the category. Yeah, well,
can't.
Eventually,
But
you
what's
have to.
gonna-
Let's say there's like
but if
15
they've-
guys like
if they've
that, and
improved
they're
beyond
beating
the
each other,
category,
right?
If they've improved beyond the category, they're probably going to have won a major or made a stateside, or you know what I mean.
Yeah, okay.
So they exclude themselves.
Yeah. So if a bunch of people are deliberately avoiding the
Like
state
yourself.
try, oh no, not necessarily.
Like yourself.
Well, I suppose. But if people are doing that, hypothetically,
Love how you just dug yourself a hole there.
if hypothetically people were doing that, Would you at some point start excluding them?
Well, if you've not done anything,
Yeah, exactly.
why would you? But I think the fact all right, I'll tell you what, I'll use Reece Godden as the example because he was someone that was denied last year.
He would have been accepted this year, I think, the way they were accepting people.
But
this
he
year.
made a stateside.
No, had he
Right.
not, right?
So why should he be punished just because he made a stateside? If his level hasn't changed,
Yeah, true.
right? Like and you know what? We can have this conversation forever and a day, and there'll be twos and fours and pros and cons,
Yes.
and you're never going to come to a absolute. This is how it's set in stone method. There's always going to be a line that is drawn in the sand as this is the benchmark player, for example. This is the gatekeeper for the intermediate tournament.
Yep.
So as it stands, you know what? I'll come down here to just do some commentary. Hopefully I can help a few people along the way. If they go back and have a listen to it and they take some insight out of it, helps improve their game, I'm happy. As far as who gets in, who doesn't, I personally don't really care
That's fair enough.
because I can't get into it. But, obviously for someone like yourself who is in the comp, you would probably have more of a care for it because you don't want, another one of these happening.
No,
Yeah.
I'm fine. I have no issue with this. So I would want the category to include more people and make it stronger. That's how I would do it. Just find that point where you're struggling to get numbers, make it that good. So keep expanding the players you allow in until you start struggling to fill it, and then maybe you stop
That
it.
doesn't look like happening at the moment, though.
No,
does it?
exactly. So it looks like they can just keep allowing more people in. Run two other things.
So that
Can't
double,
play 'em both.
that double he's played there, and bear in mind, I'm no doubling expert. I'm a horrible doubler.
Yep.
But you have to punch that because it needs to square up off the side rail.
Yeah.
Especially if your whole point of that is to hold the white for another double on this yellow, then you have to punch it.
All right. So Raymond's got a good chance here.
He's just been in so much control so far these frames. And Olan, he needs to start thinking about his game, about how he can maintain a little bit more control and not have to pot so many balls. And see, even Raymond, he doesn't even have to pull the trigger. He can just drop this red over the corner, play it half ball, let the white ball just rest on the bottom of the red above it. He's got full coverage, leaves his opponent no shot.
Okay.
And he's home and hosed again next shot. I mean, yes, he can go the clearance here, absolutely. But he hasn't got the ideal angle right now where he's got to force this a little bit. So if he doesn't like it, play the safety.
So that's the safety you play.
If I was,
Like
if
a
I,
half ball.
if I didn't
try and
like
touch-
this,
Yeah. Interesting.
Well, you leave the ball in the middle if you don't do that.
Yeah.
So
Can he get far enough? I think he's okay.
I think he plays the
But he's
ball in
going to
the
have a
corner
real
now,
tricky
yeah?
shot, yeah.
Just play the run through on it. Play the run through on the ball in the corner. Give yourself the half ball to drop this in and just come
And
off the
come
side,
to the
bottom rail with a
side,
touch of right hand side. I don't like this because the white ball's going to get away from him unless he cannons the
Unless
yellow.
he lands just in that perfect spot where he can stun
Oh,
over.
he got the cannon on the yellow. Still ugly.
Thin. It might be a thin cut on the red, and he's got to find a way to.
Now, we have seen that down the rail thin, they are fairly generous
Yes.
at soft pace,
Yep.
so he can
I mean, you saw the first pot he played. It didn't look that good, and it went in. Yeah.
so he can potentially just drop this in dead weight, and then he's got a fairly thin cut on the red to play the twice across. But if he can catch the yellow, because it looks like a good line for the white. Oh, that was even better.
Oh, never mind. He was.
He had a
landed
great
perfect.
line.
He landed on the perfect line.
So now he has got the drop in for the black in the middle. So he's looking fantastic here. He looks extremely focused now as well, Raymond. Probably the most focused I've seen him today.
Nice shot.
He looks really on at the moment, and as I
Yeah.
said, he's not doing anything crazy. Olan's the one that's having to play all these tricky shots and hard pots and forced to get really good position if he wants to try and clear. I think he just needs to settle back and say, you know what, who's the better tactical player here?
Yep.
if he starts getting outdone in the tactics as well, then he's got a real problem. A reassessment needs to be done again, where maybe he does need to
Swing
speed
for
up
the
and try and
fences.
get some rhythm and make something happen. What's happened here? Not sure what's happened there.
Frame 5, Islands break. Trailing 4 frames.
4-0. One-way traffic thus far. Olane's broke okay this match. See how he goes this time. Crunches it. Didn't find. Oh, hang on. Is this going to come to his rescue? No. Well, I don't know how the white's gone in there. That's crazy. But they definitely will be looking at the yellow balls here, I think. Geez, these are nice. This could be 5-0 very quickly. Just these 3 balls left hand side. If he chooses to play the 3-ball plan, he's got to be neat. So it could be coming up right now. Although I'd rather be straight behind it.
So are you playing it now? The 3-ball playing?
No, I probably aren't. I'd actually rather get on the 2-ball plant first and then get on that one later on in the clearance. Oh, he's tried to hold the white. He's missed the pot thick. But Olane comes to the table and look what he's got. He's got nothing.
Yeah, he's still in the same rough spot he's been in this whole match, really.
And Raymond will be aware that, you know what, I've got control.
Yeah,
I can do this and do that. If I miss, it's not going to potentially be the end of the world. This is on, is it? This one closest to the corner. It was. He's cued it well. But he's put the white ball almost the same spot, so it doesn't really offer him a lot of advantage. Yes, he has the other red up bulk end, but if you're wanting to make a clearance right now, you aren't getting this. So at some point he's got to develop a plan.
Yeah, he's
Without potting too many
himself
balls.
a hole with every ball he pots, isn't he? Because
Yeah.
this is a cul-de-sac finish.
And this has kind of been the momentum of this match so far, where he pots a couple of balls, gets himself in a bit of strife, and then Raymond just has a clearance. So okay, he's pot that. Now what? What's the next plan? What's by potting that and leaving the white ball there? What was his plan? And I'll be honest with you, without sounding too crazy, I think the only plan was in his head there was breathe in, breathe out. I can't see. I mean, he's got this ball on yellow, but if he covers this neat, it'll be a very, very good shot. This looks very difficult. Wow. Oh my God, that's insane. Do you think he's played that? There's no way he's played that.
Either way, it was like a 1 in 50. I mean,
Wow, can you replay that? I want to see just how on that really was. That was insane. The contact was so good. No, there's no way he's played that. He's actually had to chop across this yellow with the red, and they've both gone in. No. What a result. He's back in the frame though. It's a good pop there from Raymond.
if Raymond steals this frame from here, that's quite sickening. But he
Well-
really can. He's just got to use the yellow to... So let's say you pot this to the middle and then you cut this ball in and come off the top rail and back down and roll that in, you've got the black to the right.
Yeah.
So it's just all on that third the shot after this.
It's actually not easy, this, because you do need to leave the ball in the rough.
You've got to be real thin
The
on
black
it.
doesn't go between the two reds, does it? Maybe it does.
To the left, surely not. I can
You
go
wouldn't
have a
think
look.
You wouldn't think it does, but... But that's why he's playing this ball first.
Oh, okay, so not going my way. Wow.
Oh,
What do I know?
oh, you didn't want to catch that red. He's actually got lucky there. Look at this shot. I don't think there's any way in a million years he played for both. Yeah, no, I can't say he's played for that. If he is, he's an absolute genius. Shouldn't be in the intermediate comp.
Yeah, exactly. Scam. This
Obviously-
guy's pretty damn good at this game.
Wanted to get through that more, but was tricky because he didn't want to risk the double hit.
Is this natural off 3 or not? Or are you going towards the middle?
Yeah, it's hard to read, but to me it looks very dangerously close to the jaws.
Does. Yeah, and you're probably hitting some jaws, so you're going to have to just load it up with the bottom left.
I think just lots of bottom. I don't think you need the left because it'll just pull it towards the middle pocket.
And you wanting to hit the rail
No,
just
but
after the middle?
But the bottom will actually act as side. Oh, that was way thinner than I thought.
So we needed the left.
Well, you needed a lot of left.
There you go. Well, that's why I said it.
I actually thought he could catch the rail more central,
He's going to pot
but
this.
I don't think he got into it. A lot either.
He's gonna pot this and we're going to throw up.
Well, if he pots it,
You're
you
going to
know.
say sick. Everyone at home's going to have to drink. Is there anyone there watching? Yeah,
There's a fair few people here.
a bunch of people
We
around.
lost a bit of crowd after the Geelong guys all got knocked out.
We also have 451 viewers.
There's a Blancs comp too going on. Righto, Olan, this is your chance. Although Raymond did cover the two reds that go to the obvious pocket.
Yeah.
So still some work to do here.
So play it now.
One-
The one to the right, to the middle.
Yeah, one good stun
You said he
shot.
plays them well.
Yeah, when they're tight near the rail, I mean.
Yeah. Not since Stip and Mitch are out. I see, yeah, you're right. The Geelong boys went out and everyone left. Everyone went for dim sum. Yep, that's the way. Okay, so he's decided to try and land better than he was on. Wait, what did he do?
I don't know about that. I don't think you could have landed better than you were.
Yeah, that would be my point.
It's such an easy shot to deny that shot in the middle, though, because it's a twitchy little shot.
Yep. Scary. But how else are you winning this throw?
Well, that's what you've got to weigh up, isn't it?
You have to play a safety and hope you can't get the black.
I think a lot of people, they think, you know what, I'm going to leave it till later, and if you mess up at the end of the frame, it doesn't look as bad as if you missed the very first shot.
You know, I have thought that before.
But at the end of the day, it's the same result,
As
so
in,
you might as well take it.
Yeah, I've thought people think like that before, but I don't know. Like, it seems so bizarrely silly. Like, why would you?
It's just it's because it's a natural mindset. It's
So
it's
the
a
coping
human,
mechanism maybe with the
absolutely. Little nudge here. Oh, he's played this really well. That's a super shot.
Great shot. So he found a good way to do it. So that shot he checked up off the rail was very well.
Yeah, that was a good shot.
Very well cued.
So he's got the extension out because he is not the tallest bloke in the room.
Okay, a few will be watching the SA State Title Final on Facebook.
Oh, can you put in the chat who's actually in that, please? Is that who it is?
Dan reckons it'll be Alec and Stacey.
I'm going to say someone like Mikey or Jaden or Stacey.
I'm going to say Mikey and... no, Rothel won't play it, will he?
Oh, actually, Roth might have played in it. He tends to play in those a bit.
Oh, does he?
Was Roth at King's Cup?
Yeah.
And then he'll play in the state singles then.
Alright,
There you go, Alex versus Roth.
there you go.
Roth is so consistent.
Roth's a gun, man. Great to watch.
And it's actually a credit to Alec as well.
Yeah.
He puts a lot of time in the game and he's still extremely competitive. I really do think he's the original GOAT.
Semis, Dave Rothel versus Danielle Aporto.
What? Oh, semis.
Alec versus Mikey.
And then so Mikey and Daniel's doing well as well. He won Mildura. He's in the semis of the state singles. Anyway, back to this comp.
His best mate Trent Bowes is currently here. You know they wear the same clothes. It's really weird.
What?
Daniel Porter and Trent. Every time I see them, they're wearing the same thing. It's really weird.
That is weird.
Anyway, moving on.
So Raymond Stroh break. This is actually a really good example of what I was talking about earlier, where could take a clearance on here and not get it, and then leave all the yellows on.
Yep.
Good opener, nice control.
Well, I mean, you
I
can see there's two balls.
I see pitfalls.
One issue, right?
I see pitfalls.
Now there's many. You got to play this plant, and then you got to get up.
I
to
see
the
pitfalls.
You got to find a way to get back down to the black and pass the. I reckon he's gonna get it.
This is a real key shot.
I mistake Daniel for Trent watching the singles. Thanks, Adam, for confirming my stupid joke.
Look at this. This has just gone wrong. One little shot can just turn everything upside down. This has just become really difficult now. And look at the yellows. They're basically in the shape of one of those silent bombers.
The stealth bombers, yeah.
Stealth bomber, that's it. If that yellow was just moved a little bit up, it would have been perfect.
Beautiful pot.
It's one of my favourite things to do, is make shapes out of the balls when they're all there. Yeah, I don't know why. I always find random animals and mechanical objects and stuff like that.
So Olans are a Dorito.
Well, they're kind of a banana, aren't they?
Banana? Sure.
But I like it when they're all there.
If
And
they
they're
were-
all in a cluster.
If it was a constellation, what would it be? The yellows would probably be
Half the Southern Cross.
an abacus. Top red, work back down. Well, Scope King 336 has called it.
Well, look, obviously it was the way after he fell out of position a bit, but he's still, at some point in this clearance, he's got to make a good pot, and this is it. So he's got to play this with confidence, because he wants the white to come out. Can't have it stuck to the rail.
Yep, and he's not done that. So
So
now
now-
he's got to land quite precisely.
This is the problem. He's bringing that yellow on the left-hand side very much into play here. Although having said that, you know what, he may play for the middle. Drop this in, play for the right middle, then nothing really gets in the way.
Roth 2-0 up. Bottom, well, we don't. Cool, but
Yeah, keep us some random
Okay,
score
sure.
updates coming through. What's it race to? Good, yeah, it's good to have a few things going on at once.
yeah, why not?
Yeah, good shot.
Alright. What do you reckon?
I think he gets it.
Okay.
The stealth bomb has been ruined, but you know,
I know, it's shattered. It's been blown up by a Ukrainian drone
it actually looks like
launched from a truck.
it looks like actually the outlinings of a Cybertruck now.
Oh, right.
Where that little thing is where the the tyre guard is.
No,
All over
but
this.
Anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. I see stuff.
Nice.
Why is he stunning this?
15 seconds.
I think he made that missable by stunning it.
Yeah, well, it was definitely missable anyway.
I don't think the in-off was on though. So why not just don't have to do more than you need to. bro.
Nobody posts a link to a rival stream, please. You will be banned and fined and condemned to death. So I mean, so you can, but
Well, I mean, you can put two streams on at once. So it's no harm.
Nah, it can't happen.
Plus, that one will be on YouTube. This one's on YouTube. The other one will be on Facebook Live, probably.
Oh, yeah, most likely.
So a snooker has come in.
It's a snooker that's demoted his balls.
It has actually. Although they do go to bottom right, and he has linking balls, so it's not the end of the world.
Okay, well,
But only
maybe
does
he's moted his balls then.
he's got the one. I don't like the snooker because he's got the one cushion escape, and the black is available to left middle, so it's not the best snooker in the world.
15 seconds.
Don't be surprised if this goes in.
It'd be a very good shot.
Well, he's left him this chance. So
But the thing is that the attempt leaves the white high. Oh, that's quite stiff. And he's
how often do you see that happen, though? Eh? You get out of a
Weird, isn't
snooker
it?
just
Yeah.
going off.
Yeah.
No matter what line or angle you've got to find for that in-off to happen, it just seems to happen.
Worst case, White State's up top. I don't think that's the worst case, actually. Nisip. He seemed to have missed the possibility that he goes in off.
How good's he feeling? Because if he's feeling really good, so where he's got
Get
the white right
extraction
now.
straight away.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. And you've got
Bang.
linking balls. I don't like this.
I would be using the other ball, wouldn't it?
Oh, yeah, what is that?
I would have been using the ball on the left and nudge the black off.
That's what I'm saying. He had the
that
white
would be
ball in the
my
right
first.
spot. He just played the wrong ball. And don't just nudge it. Punch it. Punch it. Get
Yeah,
it out
get
of
it
there.
the heck
You
out.
don't want it over the middle and blocking another one of your balls.
Yeah. But we're just intermediates in the commentary here. This guy's clearly an elite, so
That's
he knows
true.
what he's doing.
That's true.
I'm just trying to wind people up by saying that, by the way. Everyone chill out. They're calling it unlucky to go in off there.
I think it was a little unlucky.
I think it's fair to claim unlucky there, yeah. Though Mikkel probably thinks it's your fault.
Well, the only line
He's quite
possible-
critical about that.
I mean, okay, if you want to be critical, yes, you have to find, you've got to find a fuller contact on the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want to be crazy critical about it, but even just to find that exact line to go in off is pretty rough. Pretty rough. So I don't like the way he's gone about these.
No, this has been unusual. But anyway, it looks like he's going to play the extraction of the black as his last shot.
And you know
Okay,
what?
so
If
how-
you didn't want to extract the black or you want to leave it till last, why would you not do it straight away?
Yeah.
And if you're not willing to play the extraction, don't commit to the out. Get another snooker and make him move it for you.
Yep. A real good snooker.
So he's about to put this white ball exactly the same spot as what he could have done with ball in hand. Almost identical.
Well, it's impressive to be able to do that.
But now he's
Yeah.
obviously in a position where he's forced to do it.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to overplay this and push it past the middle. So he wants a half ball contact off the cushion, so they both come out. Okay, he's gone into it too full, and that happens all the time. He's still got a shot, but if you screw into a ball on the cushion full, chances are you'll push it past the middle. If you can take cushion first, then half ball, they'll both just pop out nicely. Oh, he's hit that like an absolute fairy. Why has he not punched that?
It's cuttable, yeah?
It looks cuttable.
It's cuttable.
He has absolutely thrown a chainsaw at that.
Dolly. No good.
We've all done it.
This is like Steve Davis's cut to win the world championship, but you know,
Well,
way
he
closer.
misses.
Not on a sticker table.
I think he gets this. He's got a good loose grip, Olan, so he's more likely to cut it thin. Yeah.
Very strong player, Raymond is. Tough opponent. Yeah, we agree. He's not shit.
That's why I picked him to win it from the start, before it even happened.
Who beat Rothwell at King's Cup? Good question. You can always just check on Pool Stat, mate.
Yeah, I didn't actually see much of it. In fact, I didn't see any of it. Didn't see a single ball pot. I was actually in Hall's Gap.
I think he might have lost to Jake. Oh, Dan knows he's a streamer. I remember. No, the guy who I didn't know, but it was very good. What was his name? Anyway, Jamie, how do you play that cut and slow the white?
Lots of drag. You can play it with lots of left hand side, but it actually makes the pot so much harder.
Drag. You got to time the drag now.
If I'm actually going to cut that thin, I'm more likely to play it with right hand side because you kind of swing the line away from the cut angle.
Yep. Olan very careful there not to do a stupid foul while the white was rolling. Anyway, let's start some more polls about dumb shit. What do you reckon?
Raymond's got to be careful here. It was 4-0 up, and then suddenly it's 4-2, and if this gets to 4-3, all his hard work is out the window.
Seagull, thanks Mark, legend.
Wow.
Frame 7, early break. Trailing 4 frames to 2.
Ray plays a lot of American, so patterns are a bit different.
No, he's
I know,
Definitely-
he's been
definitely-
playing for 3 days here.
definitely a pool player. He's played pool for years. He might be playing the American more now, but definitely played a lot of pool back in the day. I think Olan really needs to work on his break. It's such a weak part of his game. Not that I can talk, but it's just glaringly obvious. It's
you
very
think-
rare does you see the pack just explode. I have caught this like 6 times now. They're putting this here.
Alright, good idea. He's lost my train of thought now. Oh yeah. Would you recommend he start putting his hand on the table as he?
Is that a troll comment? Look,
No, that's just me saying
I think
that
he
now.
needs to work on timing the break better.
Yeah.
I think he's trying to put too much power into it. And he's actually sacrificing some of the timing that he could be getting by hitting it slightly softer.
What do you think he's going to do? Pull up after the shot?
You have to, don't you? You can't just pop balls with reckless abandon. That red is in between all the yellows. Yes, it goes in the middle, but it's still tricky. But that one up the top is dead. So surely he's just going to lay up here. Yeah, I don't think he's trying to pop that. Actually, or has he? And the intent was to screw up the rail off the ball.
Oh, I see. Yeah. That's the
I still
assertive shot.
don't like it.
Make things happen.
That's the sort of shot you just play when you're practicing
head.
and just smashing balls around,
Yeah.
and just trying to make things happen.
I'd say the tables break slow, where the players breaks. Oh, where he plays breaks way better.
Nah, the table's
No,
definitely
that's-
not breaking
That's
slow.
a massive cop out. These tables explode balls everywhere.
No, he has
And they're
struggled.
fresh pro cups.
He has struggled. I just think it's his timing. That's all it is. Just timing.
I mean, he's putting so much unwanted side on the break.
I think Olan's a great chance to go back and watch some of his matches on his stream as well. And I'll almost have money on it that he pops me a message about something that I've said,
Yeah.
and either says thanks or
You.
yeah, or whatever. I don't care which way it goes. He might just say you're a wanker for saying these things about me. I don't really
Maybe
care.
he might ask for an autograph that you mail one to him.
He may send me 500 of his winnings for great insight for future forward coaching.
Yeah, and if he
I
wants
think
to
that
send
scenario
it,
is really
Jamie's
low.
bank details. Just put your BSB in account.
That scenario is almost impossible, but it's worth throwing out there in case he feels like being a nice guy.
Yeah.
He's about to win
'Cause if
10
he
or 20 grand.
Because if he doesn't do that, he wouldn't be a nice guy. Anyway, he can get the white out here up on the second shot. Oh no, he's doing it first.
New business, Jamie Stevens,
Ooh,
commentary,
that's
online
safety.
coaching.
Definitely his timing on the break.
I don't
Make
like
sure.
that shot. He's actually left the chop on this red to the bottom left. I don't like that shot at all.
Yeah, it was interesting.
This is on.
Hey, idiot guy in the chat. Notice this match actually has an umpire, so it's a little different. Okay.
I'm not even entertaining that comment. It's insane. Alright, it's a big shot from Raymond coming up here. Good chance that if he gets contact on the double kiss, if he doesn't reach the pocket with enough pace, it could just sit there. Oh, he's hit it hard enough. He's alright.
Looks good.
Yeah, it's still sat there. That's what I mean. The double kiss was a chance to not go in. You probably feel, geez, that's deep. Probably feel a little hard done by. He's hit it quite well.
Alright, so getting on this ball to the middle is the critical step.
I think the critical step was the opening shot. I don't think he's got one. Like, I don't think these two balls over the corner are that nice.
Fair point, actually.
He's got this ball in the
So
middle.
He's playing a turnover here.
Oh, I
He's
don't
going
like-
to do the double turnover again that he did before. He's going to pop both balls, get this yellow obstructing the red. Everything's going to be perfect. Actually,
Oh my
a great
God,
result.
he's
That's
got
unreal. That's sick.
He's got the double kiss this time. This guy's a genius at those shots. Wow. Wow. That was an amazing shot. And this is not easy. Like, I think a turnover is not the worst shot in the world, but you're bridging over a ball and you've actually got to catch this one sort of half ball, 3/4 ball, and you've got to cue this really well.
So, Jamie, have you seen any young players in this tournament who could go up to the higher level?
Oh, wow, he's got a result too. No. Although I think some should.
Okay.
I think Mitch Adams definitely should.
Uh-huh. Probably has to cut back on the drink a bit. Probably hurts him the most. Because he's demonstrated today that his A game is really, really good. That's
It
good
just
shout.
you got so many of these players that, how can I put this nicely?
No bother. Just go nuts.
They're just crap, all right? And they're getting sponsors to play in these blackball events.
Yeah.
So if you can get a sponsor for that, how can you not get a sponsor for a $1,000 tournament to win 30 grand? You know? What a result. That's, I won't say sick, because I know you don't want me to say that. That's disgusting.
Revolting.
How do you get out of this?
Uh,
I think you got to squeeze this
You're
off the
hitting
side
jaw.
rail. No, you got to squeeze this off the side rail, I think, past the yellows.
that can't be on, can it?
No, I think you can get past it. The overhead certainly suggests you can play a straight line. It doesn't look possible from here, but the overhead's...
So he's trying to get enough side on this.
Yeah,
You hit just before the middle, and then you hit the...
he's just going to...
So if he hit just before the middle, he might have actually hit
He
them.
hit it too hard. He said it. He hit it too fast, but I said the middle pocket. I was about to say the middle pocket's going to come into play, where he just drilled it in the middle. Oh, so I understand why you're asking that question. So Jody's asked that question. Have I seen any young players that could go up to a higher level, not that should enter the comp? So different line of thinking. Look, I wasn't here from Friday afternoon onwards, and I wasn't here Saturday. I did miss a lot of the players that played and a lot of the matches.
Yep.
Well, Roth is destroying Alec 5-0. Young players, you know, Trent Bowes, I guess. He's been around a while though, Trent, although he's not a junior anymore, is he? He's turned 18.
Oh, he was a junior, was he?
He's got ability, but I just he doesn't seem to have gone up a level like he could have. Oh, he's actually been. You know, I'll tell you what. Don't think he's unlucky there. You don't play that shot with top. You got to play that plain ball.
Okay.
Otherwise, you do get that arc. So, just a little bit of insight for you. If you ever want to play off the jaws like that and come all the way down the table, do not play it with top. Otherwise, you will get that arc like that. You got to play it with a little bit because you want to straighten the wide.
Okay.
But you don't want to play it with lots of top because you'll just arc it straight into the rail. So yeah, sorry Jody. It's a hard one to answer. I think there's a lot of players in this tournament that could definitely improve their game dramatically with some basic changes. You know, whether they seek a coach to help them with that, and if they think that, you know, spending X amount of dollars per hour to gain some small little insights to actually increase their game tenfold is worth it to them, I don't know. All I know is if I've made a last 16 onwards in this comp, so I've got a minimum of $1,000.
Yep.
If I've made the last 16, I'm probably going to spend at least a half of it on the coach.
Okay.
To try and get myself to a point where some knowledge, some insights, some tips to improve to get to the last 8 or onwards.
Yep.
Then I'm going to get $2,500.
Yep.
If I've made the final and I've just made lots of mistakes, I just think, you know what, I've made too many errors that have cost me this final, and you've got 10 grand for your trouble, I'm definitely going to the coach.
And if you didn't do any well at all, you crashed out, played like a muppet, just quit the game?
No,
Oh, okay.
That's up to
commentating.
That's up to the individual.
Oh, okay.
If you're talking about yourself, pardon me.
No, it could be anyone.
So Raymond in like a really commanding position now because
Yep.
he can play this as a shot to nothing. I think he's checked the line to see if there's a gap between the balls.
Reckon the red touching the black goes to the middle?
Yeah, I do. Oh, well, maybe not, but I think the snooker's a shot.
I think it doesn't. Yeah, it's in between
I
two
just
players.
put the boots in.
Okay.
Now, it's not a hard escape. Remember this. He's got 3 balls to go for.
Yep.
The only thing he needs to do is walk around the table and look at the direct line to the in-off and play any line but that.
Okay.
Because the worst you can do right now is going off.
Yeah.
So you don't want to go in off the yellow that's high on the right side. You don't want to go in off direct, so you know that line's no good, so you're aiming shorter. Good shot. That's all you have to do is make some contact, keep the pressure on Raymond now.
It really hasn't.
But it has kept the pressure on him.
Yeah,
He's
I
still got to
suppose.
he's still got to play a
gettable,
shot.
yeah.
He's still got a yellow in the vicinity that link everything up.
Yep. That's certainly true.
If I'm not, Raymond, there is an argument here for him to have a full-blooded go at this. The natural cannon looks like it's going to can the black. Push it to the rail. Element of safety attached. Even if you miss, if you get it, you go game.
Look how clever this bloke is. He's not just here for his good looks, this bloke. He's got all the insights. He didn't do that, though.
I don't think he's played for that, but that's okay.
So you think he just missed it
Yeah, I think he's just missed it.
and gotten a result?
Because why would you not want to get a cannon on the black there and open up the red?
Yeah.
So I think he's just missed it. I think he's played the shot I've sort of said, but without the full commitment to canning the black to the rail.
Yeah, okay. Or he would have hit it
Now,
harder.
I'm sitting here saying that it's a great shot to play. Executing it's another thing.
Yeah,
would
yeah.
I have got that shot? No, I probably would have chopped it up the back.
Yeah, okay.
But I'm just saying it as an option here. It's available.
Gonna try and
Snooker in behind our red here. It's a great
play
shot.
that really well. Really nice shot there. The way he perfectly found the line there, these are just little hints that maybe this guy isn't quite an intermediate. Just getting on perfect lines so frequently.
That shot there,
Yeah.
let's be honest, it was a half ball knock it off.
Hit
It
it
wasn't that
perfect.
hard.
Well, just keep watching him, and he keeps getting on these perfect lines. And you go, okay.
I like this shot from Olan. If he can catch the left side of this.
Oh, no,
yellow.
we're just joking about that, bro.
Oh, wow, he's just swerved that a mile. That's the worst result possible. Now he's just
Well, what do? You got to nudge it with. So you put the natural on the ball to the left and just a
100%.
little tickle on the black, and then you go bang.
You can either do this and stun into it, or
Or
you
do
can
this.
play it the other side and play the natural into it.
Yeah. Which do you do? Depends on the day.
I'd probably play the natural because I know the line. This
Yeah.
is execution. Is either one wrong? No, not really. You know, if you want to be crazy about it, but I just like, I like to know exactly what the white's doing. When you play a stun shot, you overhit it, you underhit the stun, you hit a different line. That's a beautiful shot. Yeah, as I say that, it just rolls on another half a foot to be perfect on straight. So now it's going to be more distance than what he would like. Is he going up and down? Oh my God. He's picked a beautiful, that is a sensational shot. See, buddy. He's picked a beautiful line there. That was quite risky. He's cued that magnificently. So Raymond, for his own sake, needed that frame because he had lost the last 2 in a row. Just extends his lead to a 3-frame deficit, a 3-frame lead now. You can put the link in here, guys. No one's going to get banned. It's all good. I'm sure Dan doesn't mind. Just, you can put the link in with like a different character or something, or you got to replace the character.
Raymond's break. Leading 5 frames to 2.
All right, so Raymond to break. I'm starting to get cold, man. Good contact, finds a ball. White ball's got a little bit lost though. But he has an easy starter on the reds if he chooses to take them, which I think he will. And you can actually punch into the yellow as well and makes things happen. And then just see what happens from there. Although, is he in the jaw? That it looks like he's in the jaw, but I don't think he is.
That's pretty high up. The jaws do go quite far out, but
He's going to play the plant. I'd play the direct line myself because I can stun into the yellow. That's good. He's got the 3-ball plant now. He can actually shift the yellow out of the way with a bit of pace.
okay. So oh yeah, you're right. The yellow will go up. Yeah, nice.
I think this red over the middle, though, if he doesn't like it, once again, need to pull up and not take the out on. Peter Watt, is that the Peter Watt that made millions of statesides for Queensland but didn't go away very often? A really top bloke, and I think might be a really good pinball player as well from memory. Haven't seen you for years if it's the same Peter Watt.
I remember Ross making some errors actually in this match against Greg.
What's he doing here? He's just going to play a run-off safety and just... Yep. You know what?
Okay.
I don't think it's the optimal shot to play there, but at 5-2 up,
Yeah,
and
right.
you've got a dead red, a dead yellow, it's not bad. The only reason I don't like it is you're just letting him put the ball over the hole and cover the black.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a negative shot in that way, but it gets all his reds out in play, and it's basically continuing to put him under pressure.
But he'd have to play this in such a way that he wouldn't want to leave you the plant on the right-hand side. So he's going to have to play this so that he rolls through a bit.
Oh, he's hit it so clean. I don't know if he wanted to pot that or not. He certainly potted clean as a whistle. Now I'm not sure if this yellow at the bottom of these two there passes the bottom left. If it does pass the black, there is an argument to
On the top one.
the bottom of the two that are sort of just almost in a line.
Okay.
If it passes the black, there is an argument to try and use the one that's to the right of it, get on it, and then crash into the yellow, and you'll have a linking ball with the one in the middle after you remove that ball. Yeah, I've lost you, haven't I?
Yeah, I got no
Too much technology. So Anthony West has sent through a question. Can't believe some of these players can play this tournament, but I can't. Can you explain why? Why do you want me to explain? I can't answer that. Westy, I've been trying to get in the comp myself for 2 years now, and they won't give me a bar. Why should you get in? You're a superstar. I'll be honest, I don't know why you don't let him in. There's players here just as good as him. He's actually hard done by, to be fair. Same old story. Where do you draw the line?
Where do you draw it?
Who's the gatekeeper? Maybe you're the gatekeeper, Weston. And that's a bad shot from Olan. I think. Do you think that the natural mindset of a lot of players still are the two-shot rules? Because like, I'm not even hesitating. I'm just playing the turnover straight away.
Here, yeah.
Right? But he's not playing that. He's playing some crazy double. I don't know what. What's wrong with the turnover? It leaves nothing. It's like he wants to just be fancy.
Or
was it not on?
Bringing that ball down here has value.
But
Yeah, maybe it wasn't on, but
I don't know. To me, it was an obvious shot. But the way Olen's played that, it was a two-shot style shot where, you've got control.
yeah.
And the thought of the
Here
turnover...
you're actually sort of giving away control in a way.
Well, you are, because the
You're
turnover
allowing
happens
them
straight
to-
away,
yeah.
and you're in all sorts of trouble.
Uh-huh. As it is, he's sort of gotten away with it in a way. And now, here you... I don't know if you can do this. Can you...
I love this.
Okay.
I love this. Get right.
go,
Have a
okay.
fair income go at this.
Yep.
I love this shot.
What a great pot. That's beautiful. Westie's looking at that and shaking his head.
He,
Like, I can't do that shit.
he hasn't got a good result, unfortunately. Although, you know what? He can play this thick.
Yep.
Sorry, thin onto the red, pop the red.
That's him.
But that yellow is going to fly into the other two reds, or he's going to catch the one that's just
I
off
see,
the
and then
rail.
hold for the middle. And
Yeah.
then but the yellow doesn't disturb.
There you go. That is so unlucky. That is desperately unlucky. I thought he played that really well.
Alright. What's plan C here? Double the bottom yellow to the middle, hopefully? If that's on? Reckon
Face
that'd
cut
be
double, maybe? Do you reckon the bottom one is on clean as a double?
Yeah, that's a...
But how do you get on the other yellow? It doesn't go to the left corner. You've got to screw off it to straighten it
It
up.
goes to the middle, doesn't it? So you screw straight back.
I don't think you can screw straight back. So if he had got the correct line, the white goes higher. Because he's undercut the double,
Yeah, that's it.
he's actually got to catch. Yeah, he's got the white's going to go higher.
Okay, then also put right hand side on it so it comes at the round back down.
Yeah, it's a possibility.
There you go.
I mean, that makes it much harder, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. Got to do what you got to do, though.
But yeah, just double both yellows, double
two
the black.
yellows,
Yeah.
double the black.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
Well, I mean,
That's what Quinton Hand would do.
that's probably all he had. I think
Yeah.
I think Raymond's actually lost the plot. He's
Idiot.
literally played two ridiculously bad choices of shot, the last two shots. It's like, I'm 5-2 up, I'm almost home. Or
He's really not. He's still got to win 3, you know.
I think he's actually just having a brain fade moment right now.
So he needs to do the toilet break reset.
He needs to do something other than what he's just done in the last two shots, because they've both been ridiculous shots. He's played very steady this match, to be fair.
Yeah, hello.
And then suddenly he's just...
How? And he's tough. Like, does the black go to the bottom left?
I think it goes okay, yeah.
Okay. Let's say it doesn't. It's tough, yeah.
If it doesn't go, then I'll be playing the ball in the middle first,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
playing and screwing off it and playing for the yellow on the opposite corner to stun across for the black.
Are we sure this is going?
It's the only way you could have mapped it, is it? Yeah, it has to go. Wouldn't play for anything else. So 5-3 coming up. That's if this is clean. He's having a good look at it.
Can we just stay on the top view, please? Yeah.
Oh, it looks like it flies into me.
You think that flies in?
Yeah, I think it does.
I think I'm a 1 out of 10 to pop this.
No. Yeah, when you have shots like this, if you've got just off a full pocket, you pretend the red's not there, and you play it into the area of the pocket you always want to hit it, but you just pretend the opposition ball is not there.
Okay.
As soon as you start worrying about your opponent's ball, you will deliberately try and miss it, and you'll always overcut it.
Okay.
So you pretty much need to find a way to eliminate the ball out of your mind.
Yeah, right. Like he even clipped it there and it went in.
I didn't notice the clip, but it must have been very thin. I'll tell you what I am happy to see that we didn't see on Friday, the words excellent connection. On Friday all we got was you are experiencing low bandwidth issues. Oh really? No, there must have just been 5G issues in the area.
Oh, 5G. Isn't that what's infecting our brains with... I don't
Apparently.
even know what that conspiracy theory is. Do you know anything about it?
Something to
I'm
do with,
losing track of them.
I think it was all COVID related too, wasn't it? I can't remember.
Yeah, that's right. Everyone was losing the plot at that stage.
Something about brain waves and waves, microwaves, or Something with the word waves in it. And
Now,
once
what
again,
did you think of that half ball break?
horrible break. White ball's still spinning.
Oh dear.
Horrible break.
He got two reds.
Still spinning.
He got 2 reds and a yellow.
Still a horrible break. He's got away with murder there. I didn't think I'd actually ever see him on break with worse timing than me, but I've actually found the bloke that does. Not the easiest starter in the world, but if he does get it, he'll be in good shape.
Raymond is a right-handed version of Michael Hayes. Looks a bit like him, and his cue in action is very similar.
No way.
Shooting angle of back arm.
No way. Hazy holds the cue like he bends his wrist almost at 90 degrees to his arm and then has this weird action. Raymond doesn't do anything like that. So, come on, Rob. Get your comparisons a bit more accurate than that.
Yeah, Rob.
Put your flamingo shirt on and do some real thinking.
Unbelievable.
I haven't seen that flamingo shirt for a while, but to be fair, I haven't been around much.
I haven't seen Rob for a while, actually. He should have showed up and did some expert commentary.
Oh, he's underhit this a bit. He wanted to be up another half foot there.
So that red must pass to the bottom right.
Yeah, my whole line of
I was
thinking was
you had to
clearance
go
to
to
the bottom
middle,
right.
Yeah,
He's still okay.
he's got the...
Just got to make sure he avoids the in off the top right-hand corner. He's okay. Oh, he's missed the pot.
Missed it. And Raymond's got a chance to...
Geez, such a big frame, this too, to go 5-4 when he really hasn't been the better player. And Raymond's went through a brain fade phase that last frame.
What's he in the chat? I think he should go red, 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 then black. Yeah, he should have. But he played the safety instead. He does look at the angle of the back arm. It's not as exaggerated, but similar.
Yeah, he has to have his wrist turned in 190 degrees, Rob, otherwise it's nothing like it. He's missed the turnover.
Well, he said not as exaggerated, so maybe instead of 90, it's 36 degrees.
I'll have to have a look at it now.
It looks more like man versus food if he had long hair at the back.
That's not bad.
Arms like a T-Rex.
Jeez, these blokes are just getting hammered.
Don't make a final. Thank God we're not on camera. Holy shit.
If you make a final, expect to be peppered with insults. or queuing action critique or whatever. Is he cutting this? This looks very thin. No, he's playing safety. You know what? I think Oland's shifted gears a little bit on his thinking process as well. You know, earlier I said he seems to pull up a little bit.
Well, I mean, when you're not even in the match yet, right? You're 4-0 down. It's hard to really be thinking, oh, I'm gonna.
Wants to play this with a fair bit of top and just try and get this white ball to travel right through. I don't like this.
That.
He's giving him a really good show here at an.
So you gotta drag this, don't you? With bottom right.
I wouldn't drag this. I just let this.
That's such a hard shot.
I let this go natural. If anything, if you can get the slightest amount of right hand side and just to swing it a bit, but you got to remember, if you play with a lot of right hand side, it really rips off the second rail. And you don't want that.
Yes.
So I think playing ball on this isn't that bad. If you're going to play it with anything, a little bit of bottom.
Yeah.
Not drag though, but you want it to get closer to the corner pocket rather than more central to the rail. You know what I mean? Because you want it to swing right round. But I think the line's pretty good.
Oh,
it's just
it was okay.
The hard part about that
the
line,
pace,
is you're coming across the line of the shot rather than into it.
Hazy's minding his business in SA and copying strays.
Copying strays. So Oland is lining up a red off the yellow. To me, this seems tough.
Heck is.
He's got to catch this super thin, doesn't he? Off the yellow?
Yeah.
Can't catch it off ball or anything like that. Yeah, too thick. Where's this white ball going? Disaster.
The cue ball.
So, if you're Raymond here with ball in hand, what do you do?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
these balls aren't on at the bottom, so I'm just playing safe. I'm gonna.
But where are you putting the white? Like, what's the shot you're going to play? If you're playing safe, what's the shot you're going to play?
I want these two yellows in the bottom right are the two that aren't on. So I'm going to hit one of them and probably double the one, or maybe like hit the one on the right to the bottom rail, bounce it off a bit and leave the white.
So you didn't fancy dealing with the yellow we just dealt with then first?
No.
I personally did.
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't have played it how he's played it, but I like the shot.
Yeah.
I like the shot a lot.
Yep.
So much has to go right here for Oland. There is a chance he could catch this half ball, squeeze it in the middle. He's got to play it with a bit of pace, and then he still needs a result.
Yeah, I guess I didn't consider the fact that because he has to escape he's going to
bring him into play. Yep. Oh wow, what's happening
Never
there?
mind, he found a way to knock.
Do you know what that is?
The jaws are very far out.
No, do you know what that is as well? That's him shifting on the shot, and any side he's had on has probably been nullified.
Okay.
So now Raymond's going to keep putting the screws in. Actually, do you think that yellow passes the other yellow to the corner that's closest to the red? I don't think it does. Otherwise, he'd play it for sure because he's just got to play a little. He'd have to just play a little cannon on the other yellow. So I think he's just playing safety again. Oh wow, he's gone full blood about it. Okay,
Yeah.
That's a good shot.
But hasn't he killed his yellow?
No, because he can use this shot now and just draw into it.
Oh, and he's got the yellow over the bag. I think that was genius putting the yellow over the bag. Roth 8-1 winner. Well, that's not shit.
That went quick. They played one frame in that whole time. What is this shot? That was very risky. That was super risky, that. Got away with it, but that was very risky. Ian Hinton, also the largest head in Australia, even larger than Jake McCartney's head.
That's a big call.
No, it actually is bigger.
What is POC?
Player of the Carnival?
For what?
Player of the Championship, something like that. I don't know what of. So Oland gets out of the snooker, keeps himself relevant. But a good clearance chance here for Raymond to go 6-3 up and have a real dominant stamp on this match. Biggest bank account. If it's as big as his cranium, it's got to be big. Might ask him for a loan. Nice little controlled shot here from him. Just needs to be a little careful here as well, because if he's going to leave that ball over the pocket till last, he's going to have to play just a nice little controlled shot. He doesn't really want this white ball travelling too far up the table to the right side, where he's got to play an awkward little cut on the yellow. So he's just got to be careful here. I'll tell you now, this can go wrong. He's got to cue it well. I know it looks simple, and you just got to draw the white back, but it can go wrong. You've got to cue these well. Otherwise, you can end up a little awkward. And cued it well. He has, I think, slightly overdone.
I looked away for a second. How was his last ball that? It was
just the way he mapped
the
it.
way it had to be? Or?
This is very similar to the shot that he played actually to win the match in his previous match. So
I think he's got to actually soft screw this.
No, I think he's all right playing ball.
You reckon?
There's no win off.
Where's it hidden to the left?
Yeah, left bottom side of the.
So it's way thinner than.
Yeah, well played.
Okay.
6-3.
All right, critical.
Jack.
Yeah. Cold. Not over. Done. Just Raymond done. Okay. Yeah. Real clever. The highlight of the weekend is that delicious pun.
Frame 10, Raymond to break. Please 6 frames to 3.
Alright, Raymond to break. I want to see how he breaks them. Yeah, well, good spread. And unfortunately the red and yellow touching each other on the left make the clearance pretty tricky. What do you fancy here, Jamie? The yellow?
Sorry, mate. I was spending the last 3 minutes trying to get this earpiece back on. I like yellows.
Well, look, poor Olan's popping it from the chatters now
What's happened?
for his break. Ah!
Well, that's pretty much what I've sort of said. His brakes definitely needs improvement.
I like the yellows as well because you have the easiest time dealing with the problem.
That's a bad
But he's,
shot.
yeah, really messed that up.
I really like Olan to play the long ball here and just draw into the red and yellow touching each other. If he somehow isn't on a ball either middle or corner, he'd be very hard done by. Just punch into this. Don't have to do anything too fancy. Just punch into it. Yeah, good shot.
Lovely.
I'm pretty sure that yellow next to the black goes bottom right as well. And so we can start linking these up very nicely in such a way where he doesn't have to do a lot of work. So my route is pop this one in the middle, he's right on. Pop the one in the opposite middle, find a line where you're really nice and straight, where you can just stun the white. Oh, why is he screwed off that? That's crazy. So yeah, find a line where you just stun back just high of the black. You've got the gap between the red and the black to play the yellow bottom left. You run through, and then you're obviously going to play the bottom one, and the one that's on its own last will be your last ball, obviously.
He's trying to go on two right. No, okay, he's just holding it.
Jesus.
Oh, so this goes. Okay.
The shot this route that I said is still there.
Yep.
He's just playing the shot of twice the distance as what he would have needed to if he had not stunned that last ball in the middle.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a bit closer, this is really
Got to be careful not to overplay this.
Yeah.
Got to be very careful not to overplay this because he doesn't want to move the white much. Oh, he's played the run through.
Okay.
That's okay. That's fine.
Yeah, that's weird.
He's found a different route which works just as well. In actual fact, I think it works better. I think you just taught me something.
Bang. Pop that, Jamie.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're trying to land on a 5-cent piece with a screw back when you can do it with a drag. Trickle through.
It's not just that.
Mental.
And then when I've remapped the out based on what he's done, I've mapped it completely different again.
Yeah, okay.
I'm running through, play the little stun in the middle.
Yep.
It's the black stun. He's gone a different way again.
Interesting.
Because now
I would have gone his way, but seeing your way, I like it more.
Well, you don't have to do nothing.
Yeah, you don't have to do anything. Not doing nothing would be doing something.
Yeah. He's a little straight, so now he's going to have to draw back and play this black in the right middle.
501 viewers. We break the 500 mark. Whee!
Actually, we've lost viewers. We've been over 500 for a while.
Oh, no man.
See the graph that's dipped off?
Oh shit. What do we do? Because you left commentary for a fraction of a second earlier, everyone bailed. We're like, we don't want to listen to this cocksucker.
Lovely shot. And 6-4 momentarily. Bad. You got to remember as well, this is the result of Raymond missing a very easy starter in the middle too.
Yeah, he could have been doing this on the yellows.
Yeah,
he could have been teaching you lessons about. He wants pumping himself
That's
up.
dangerous for Raymond. That's a lifter for him. He probably had him a little bit buried there at one point mentally. So now he's throwing a couple of high fives to his mates in the crowd, and he feels alive in this match. If Raymond gets that out, he's 7-3. He's slumping in his chair, feeling like the world's about to end.
Yeah, okay. Scotty's saying he hates that, the celebrations after the...
He fist pumps all the time after he wins a frame.
Does he? Scotty?
Mate, when he played Olan, he would have fist pumped about 4 times.
Oh, maybe that's not what he was
Or
saying.
was it the
He
match
hated
before?
I feel like Scotty never does that. But
Oh, he fist pumps all the time, but he does
okay.
mini ones. He does these.
Yeah,
he
that's
does
not-
these mini fist pumps like
it's
he's.
like a... That, no, I don't think that really
Nah, each their
qualifies
own.
as fist pump. Looks like Raymond is becoming undone.
Oh, they're all.
That's better than the one before.
They're all coming out.
Gamer.
Good break that one.
Intermediate players are
That's-
generally shorter in height than the pros.
That's a weird comment.
It's also kind of true as well. A lot of tall pros will be sitting up there.
Yeah.
Well, being tall is generally an evolutionary advantage, and thus, if you're, and so
I'm going to say
good-
one name.
Good traits tend to go together in successful people.
I'm going to
So
say one name.
If you, what?
Gus the
Oh,
Georgia.
Gus is the shortest. Yeah. The exception that proves the rule, is he not?
I don't know. What's the when you say tall people? What's the height? What's the
You know, we should create like a graph. We just need to record everyone's height and just determine the.
we should
the
we should have
average height of
statistics
each-
like that available to us.
Hey, I can do it.
It's not hard. You just need everyone to get the input though.
Yeah, everyone to contribute their height to.
So we're going to invade
databases.
everyone's medical history.
Would the government give us that if we said it's for
Not a chance.
research?
Not a chance.
What if we just say we're doing a PhD?
Oh, it's a bad miss.
Leave the short kings alone. Yeah, Watsy. How dare you? Cutting short. What about mother jokes? So good. Anyway. So Raymond has been...
Oh,
He's
he's
a chance he wouldn't have been expecting.
got a fantastic chance to take his 7-4 here. And he underhits the very first shot.
Ooh, a bit loose from him.
Underhits the very first shot.
Jamie has an advantage over Logan. Should be a handicap pair. Ian, she's taller than me, eh?
Oh, I don't think he's talking about height now.
Oh. Oh no, we're under 500. Shit. Quick, tell him the Vaseline cucumber story again.
That's an
Oh,
excellent
that's a
recovery
really good
shot.
recovery, yeah.
And now he's back in prime position.
That's a really good shot.
Wants to play now. Wants to play pretty much just playing ball play for the middle of these 3 reds. If he can get on it nice and straight or just to the right so we can just nudge into the yellow. It's just so easy from there. He's come the opposite side of what I would have liked.
I think why is this guy saying Raymond needs to reset mentally before it costs him the match when he's sort of on roll-ins at the moment to get to 7-4 up?
Yeah, well, you know what? He's got such a great spot here because he can just punch this in and he can actually play the ball in the middle and stun onto the yellow. So he's just got so much going for him, this clearance. So look at this. He can play
Nice,
this,
Yeah, you're right.
stun into the yellow, and he's just got a little... and even then, he can still play into another yellow if he's got too much angle. So he's just got so much going for him,
So
this clearance.
everything's coming up Millhouse, is what you're saying.
Well, it's a good spot to be in. There's one cannon, and if he feels like he's got too much angle to soft screw and hold, he's got the yellow again.
What the hell's going on there? DJ, the best player in Montaggie. Quite an accolade.
Yeah, good shot.
Shot.
And as I said, this was just... you couldn't have actually
Meant
asked
to
for
be.
it to be better.
Alright, well, it's shaping up to have the same final scoreline as last year's. 8-4 in the final.
What's the Frank story, Logan?
No idea what they're talking about.
I'm pretty sure you do.
No, I don't.
Someone in the chat's going to tell us then if you won't.
No, they're not. They'll get banned. The Millhouse clearance, yes, that's the one, Ash.
So, takes him to the hill, one frame away from the 2 and 4 zeros.
Dun dun dun. Dun 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 dun.
Raymond, dun 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 dun.
Frame 4, Raymond to break. Lead 7 frames to 4.
I've just happened to notice the names that Dan's given his cameras. Bird Dog Cam 1, Bird Dog Cam 2,
Is that the brand?
Decklink
Yeah.
Quad, VMix.
Desktop capture.
Satan's Child, what?
What the hell?
Something Dan needs to tell us about here.
Logan is choosing his words more carefully today. I don't know what you mean by that.
We haven't had a discussion about Vic Pool yet.
No, yeah, we haven't talked about Pool. They withdrew their sponsorship.
Dan has asked the question, is he out here? And the answer is he has a very, very good chance to be. He's got a really good angle here to stun across. Play the yellow in the same
Solve
pocket.
that. Assuming it passes.
Actually, he might be playing a run through, is he?
It may not have passed.
Yeah, true. And he's actually played a stun run through, but I think by accident. I think he actually wanted to just drift onto the black there.
Yeah, I see.
But he's still okay.
Yeah, just a little bit sort of going away from where he...
But I think that red could come into play big here.
Yeah, you're right.
He
can
could
just
slide
play off
past,
it.
and if he does, he's okay. If he goes into it, he's okay. The problem ball really is the one to the left side of the black. Or that one if you miss it. I feel maybe he concentrated too much on the cannon. Got to pop the ball. So this out, they're all there, but it's not easy. There's a fair bit to do. Some balls down cushions that aren't simple.
Victorian Pool is in a wonderful state right now, everyone. I don't know what you're all talking about. What kind of institution? Is a Victorian-based administration for organising 8-ball related things? What do you think they do? I'm wearing a Vic State shirt right now, and I feel a little dirty.
There's Adams. There's the drum man from.
Adam plays drums a lot. I think SA, based on his comments earlier.
No, we always swap shirts. It's all good.
How are you dealing with the top right red?
You got to get behind it.
Yeah. It's got to land good. So this is sort of a crucial shot.
This is the shot right now, yeah. You've got to cue this really nicely.
No Raymond noodles tonight, said Dunny. Okay. 2 middle off yellow. Oh, okay. So
No, I
they're
don't
saying
think that's actually there. This one is that he's playing right now. That goes off
Yeah,
the
that
yellow,
goes,
but the
yeah.
other one, the one high, doesn't.
That's a good
It's
shot.
missed.
Oh, never mind. I take back what I said.
Tricky little delicate shot into the middle for Raymond here. I think he has to take it. And if he gets this, I'm going to say the match could be over. He could play it high too, you know, there's a bit of safety if he wanted to.
Ah, I see.
But I just like dropping this in the middle.
Yep.
And in it
He's nailed
goes, and one has to feel that this could be the beginning of the end.
So if he can play this plant to get the yellow to the top side
Nothing
of the middle,
fancy, nothing fancy, dead weighted in, nothing fancy.
I'm just saying where you hit it.
No, just dead straight, nothing fancy.
So he couldn't because he's
This is perfect.
rattled in, yeah.
The ball on the rail is your last ball. You want to leave the
Okay.
white ball basically where the last... What? Okay, he's going to do it the other way. This is okay as well. I just wouldn't personally go this way, but... Because when he plays this right, the line that he's going to take, he's going to land perfectly on the black.
Bet paid.
Gee, that was quick. Has he got my bank account details already?
This is it. The last shot you're going to play.
But look at this. See what I mean? This is not perfect. So why would you leave this till last?
No, look, I don't get it either, but it is what it is.
It's not in yet. This black's not in yet.
I think you can hold.
No, I don't think he holds. Oh, he can hold. Oh. Holds his nerve, and he's got one more bit of nerve to hold for the match.
Held his nerve as well as the white there. Now this is the tap in for the win. He has himself, I believe, Nick.
And he's done it. See what I did there?
Yeah, he's done it.
So Raymond Dunn is your Slate Intermediate Invitational 2025 winner. Your runner-up, Olen O'Mahony. Hope you enjoyed today's coverage. Stick around if you want to watch the presentations, guys. It'll start shortly. I'm Jamie Stevens. With me is the Pool Vic guy.
Cool big guy.
Hope you enjoyed the coverage, and we'll see you again next year. We'll see you here for the pros.
Yeah. In about a month, isn't it? Sweet. That's good, Jamie. That thing. No, that's valuable. Hold it there. Just have that under your ear.
Alright guys, let's fly through this presentation, get it done and let the guys have a bit of a drink and a rest, because it's been a big day full, so a big weekend. Can I just have everyone's attention just for a second? We'll do this and then you can carry on with your night. I just want to start by, first and foremost, thanking the sponsors of the event. You know, this isn't our only event. We've got the Pro Championship coming up as well, but we've got some sponsors. I'll just run through them quickly. CueballTV, Dan the man, does an amazing job. You know, for anyone that's not here, being able to watch this, you know, what goes on behind the scenes is incredible, so thanks, Dan. I just want to give one other shout out with the sponsors as well to Pool Staff, so Greg Johncock. For those that have played this weekend, I think you'll find, or I think, you know, it's run pretty flawlessly as far as the scoring goes. Being able to get the text message with the code and all that sort of stuff, it was awesome. And anytime there was any issues, pick up the phone, Greg answered, got it sorted. So thanks to Pool Staff and Greg Johncock as well. The other sponsors I'll run through a bit quicker. So Cook's Transport, Cook is here today, Hallis Printing, Red Triangle, PK Landscaping, Chalk and Cube, Just Billiards, Pool Table Guys, Starlight Home Care, GT Auto and Bar 8. All those guys, we appreciate the support. These sort of tournaments don't happen without you guys, so thanks again. The venue, obviously, Slate. I'm biased, but best pool room in the country. Joel, Kylie, Sue, the Younger family do an incredible job. Always looking after everyone, hospitable. The tables are incredible. The bar staff, you know, there's a reason why, you know, we have the Geelong Open here. These comps, they pack them out every time, and everyone loves coming here. And yeah, a big shout out to Slate and everything that goes behind it. The other thing I'll do before we hand out our runners-up and the winner prizes is just say there's also a lot of work that goes in behind the scenes. Obviously, myself, Tranny, and Joel, we do a lot of, we have a pretty extensive text message thread that goes for miles and miles if you wanted to look at it. Not just, on the weekend, but grading players. I reckon we spent hours and hours and hours of, blokes wanting to come in and, yes, no, whatever. So it's a bit of a, robust discussion at times about this bloke should be in and this bloke shouldn't, but a lot goes into to get this sort of tournament. And I just want to say, I know there's a few that sit back afterwards, after the event, say, oh, this bloke shouldn't have been able to play, or that bloke shouldn't have been able to play.
Raymond shouldn't have been able to play.
I know there's been a few on CueballTV, but I just want to say for all the armchair experts that Raymond's group and Olin's group combined, there was actually 5 groups that went for more in the Calcutta than those 2 guys combined. So for all the armchair experts out there that think it's really easy after the event, maybe stick your hand in your pocket beforehand and buy the services in the Calcutta. Alright, so first and foremost, our runner-up, and we've got Andrew Cook from Cook's Transport here to present the runners-up check. So the runner-up is Olin Omani from Queensland.
I won't say too much, but I will say this is the best tournament I've played. I've played a lot over the years, been around for about 20, and a lot of them are not well run, they're a little boring, but this one is one thing that makes me want to keep playing. Last year I went out pimple, but I still really enjoyed the weekend, and yeah, so credits to Joel, Pato, Tranny, everyone who operates and runs this place, and anyway, I'm done. I'm sorry, the Raymond. Yeah, it's a class act, mate. Way too good for me. Congratulations.
Ollie takes home 10k for his trouble. As he said, he actually come last year, and there was a few raps on Ollie that he'd make it the long way, and he actually went out in straight. So good recovery, Ollie, for this year, and 10k for your troubles, well done. So just before I introduce the winner, the winning bidder of Ollie, Chris Jolly, he took that group home. He gets just under 10k himself for that one. So good investment, Chris. And our winner. So again, just quickly, Luke Jowett, winning bidder. Well done, Luke. Always a supporter of the Calcutta, so I love seeing guys like that win. $1,800 investment, just shy of 20k. So well done, Luke Jowett. And our winner went through undefeated. So obviously this is our second edition of this. Nathan last year had a hiccup along the way and had to come through the loser side and end up winning, but Raymond was able to do it without losing her life. So there's a few close ones along the way. I know he had to fight from behind a couple of times. Trent had him in trouble early on in the early rounds, and 4-2 down in the semis to Mitch, one of the local favourites as well. So it wasn't all smooth sailing, but Glass come to the top and was able to get the job done. So again, 2025 Slate Intermediate Pool Championship winner, Raymond Dunn.
One word for what can I say? Fantastic weekend. Probably the best, best run comp that I've ever played in. Want to thank Joel, Slate, Tranny, Patrick. Sorry, I haven't met personally, and everything was such a fantastic competition. And yeah, won't come back next year. Can't. But yeah, no, looking forward to these running every other year because they're fantastic and always good to get the young, the up and coming players into the next level. So Thank you very much.
All right, and just quickly before we wrap up for the evening, Joel just wants to have a few words. So.
Yeah, thanks, Patrick. Yeah, thanks, guys. I just wanted to, just to thank Patrick and Steve Tran for all the hard work they've put into this event. They're the best organisers in Australia, as far as I'm concerned. They do a great job. So thanks, guys. And also to Kylie and all the bar staff behind the bar there at Slate. They've worked tirelessly all weekend. They've always got a smile on their face. So thanks, guys. Congratulations to the finalists. Played really well, guys. Really well deserved. And also to my mum. Mum's processing all the payments straight away, so everyone gets paid straight away. So thanks everybody for sticking around to make it a good final. Oh, and also we've got the Pro Championships coming up in 3 weeks. We've still got a couple of spots. 3 spots left. Three spots left. So yeah, if anyone's keen, come and see the boys. We'll sort it out. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks everyone. Yeah, just a quick one. The Pro Championship starting on Friday in a few weeks' time. Plenty more pool for those that are keen. Some of the big dogs here to play, and they're travelling from all over the country. So yeah, there is a few spots still left. So if you want to get involved, I'm sure we're happy to take your entry. So, but yeah, travel safe everyone that's coming from interstate, driving home and all that sort of stuff, and we'll see you next year. Cheers.